So, Jen, you wrote in your pre-show notes that you would like to come on the podcast as someone who looks like a bimbo but has an actual IQ.
Yeah.
We're going to go split, okay? So fix the split. So what is your IQ, I guess?
I am dyslexic, and in school I actually got tested, not one of these stupid online things.
Proper test,
I was
yeah.
143.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's...
Is that Mensa?
Wait. You were over 140?
Yeah, 143. I have a twin sister. She was 142. My brother...
The percentage of the population
Yeah, I
that's
know.
over 140 is
I know.
extremely small.
I know.
Wait, you said you took
Have
it
you
in...
done one?
Hold on.
I
Yeah, I have
did
an average
it
IQ.
I did it in school, 8th
average.
grade. Because, I wasn't...
Hold on. That's what I was about to ask. You said you took it in school. How old were you when you took it?
I was 5th grade.
You got 143 score on the IQ test in 5th grade.
Yeah.
11 in 5th grade.
Yeah.
What was the cost? What was the cost for the IQ test?
There was no cost. I was having issues. I had a slur, and I wasn't performing like
That's actually
normally.
really common.
Yeah, they do assessments.
So they were trying to hold me back grades and stuff. But during the assessment,
Have you had it tested as an adult?
no.
You know it fluctuates.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I see
Do you
people
think it's
on the show,
still the same or
I don't.
higher?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's that high, but I'd say it's higher than average.
Okay. All right. You said that you don't sleep around and you would like to debate on things. You said you agree with a lot that is said on the show, but there are just some things you would like to give your input on. So I guess the first thing is some of the things that you want to get into. I think we had initially had you scheduled, but then there was a cancellation and you wrote to us saying the following: considering what is happening to our nation right now, I'm not sure it is in my best interest to be associated with your podcast. We are in the fuck around and find out stage of politics. You all say that Democrats are the delusional ones, but that's not accurate.
I'm not a Democrat, first of all.
Sure. But you did say, y'all say that Democrats are the delusional ones, but that's not accurate at all.
I didn't say, I think both sides are delusional. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Democrats are delusional, but so are the Republicans. is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
all of it. The whole system's...
Delulu.
Yeah.
Okay. You said that...
Well, you also realize Brian's an independent, right?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I didn't know that, but I'm just saying in general, I'm not blaming Brian for the Delulu of the world. I'm not blaming Brian for the Delulu of the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who did I vote for?
Well, you independently voted for Trump.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I had to give Trump the
No,
But many
I
independents
just
voted
mean
for
it.
Trump.
Yeah,
Sure, that's fair.
I'm not blaming Brian. I mean the show in general and
Sure.
aspects of that.
So I'm going to wait. So hold on. I'm going to make a note to come back to this, but I'm going to jump to some of your other disagreements.
Okay.
So you said that we're good at debate techniques, aka manipulation techniques.
Oh, yeah. A lot of debate is just a form of manipulation. It's not about winning the debate. It's about controlling the conversation. Whoever's in control, there's a lot of people that aren't used to debate and those tactics.
I can agree with that.
So they're quiet and they get confused easily and they are more agreeable in those situations. And it doesn't really, it's not constructive to actually coming to solutions in society. It's more like who's the winner, who's the loser. And it just kind of, when you say that there's birth rate problems and
I don't really
hatred,
talk about that,
well, he does.
Okay.
It's kind of not constructive.
Wait, hatred, finish the hatred of?
Both, there's more hatred on both sides of the sexes, comments and people. If you want a society to work, we should come to solutions instead of having.
See, I loathe this type of ideology. Let me
Why?
explain. I have more respect for the Marxist feminist over there next to you, and here's actually why.
Yeah, okay.
Because she picks a side. And here's the thing, right? It's
hang
on, I'll explain.
Okay.
Right? So if you're a knight on a battlefield and you're going out to battle, right? And in modernity, the battle is the info war. And debate
what? Sorry,
is
info
the
war?
information war.
Okay.
That is the battle in modernity. And the tool that we have, one of the primary weapons we have is debate and discourse. People
Yeah,
are going to
cool.
be good at it. They're going to be bad at it. I agree with that portion of it, right?
Yeah, you're a good
But
master debater.
the worst part is when people refuse to pick a side of it.
Oh, I mean,
Hang on.
cool.
Hang
okay.
on. Hang on. Almost done. It's when they refuse to pick a side of it, right? At least I know her side. And at least she knows my side. So at least when we go to the battlefield, right, and we're duking it out, we understand what the hell it is we're fighting for. You, like the position that you have of the perceived neutrality, right?
I'm not that neutral.
Yeah,
first of
so
all.
that's the thing, right? Is that I don't think you're neutral. I think, though, that you're trying to frame this as though you're neutral.
I'm not neutral.
I'm not a Democrat. I'm not blaming you for
no,
this.
I'm here for a solution. I'm libertarian. I'm here for a solution, not just fighting against each other and
How are you
making us
going to have a
hate each
solution
other.
with people who disagree with libertarianism? The Marxist feminist does, and I do.
I'm coming. I don't
What do
care.
you want?
I want a solution to the problem instead of fighting against each other all the time.
Does it bother you that he's independent? Just curious.
Yeah,
What's that?
I'm more
Does it bother you
independent.
that he's independent since he hasn't picked his side?
That was like obviously me joking. I don't know if you picked that up or not, but that's why he was laughing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like,
That's why I'm here.
that was like obviously me joking. But anyway, that
Yeah,
aside,
why I'm here is like we're all repulsed from each other, and what your show is doing is making us more repulsed from each other. What is it actually doing to help society?
Sure. Well, I'll answer that in a couple of ways. So,
Okay.
but before I do, don't want to quite let you get away with this. So you said we're good at debate techniques, aka manipulation techniques.
I
Can you-
explained that. Why
Well,
I say it's manipulation.
Yeah, give me a precise example of like a scenario in which either tonight or like a previous show I've hold on, let me
Not
finish.
you, it's him.
Stop.
Yeah, okay.
Let me
always
finish.
me.
Yeah, sorry,
Let me get my words
sorry,
out.
Sorry.
Can you present either tonight or previous episode a manipulation technique I have employed? Go ahead.
Oh, it's not you. It's him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have that many problems with you. You're nice.
Oh.
I never said I had a
Okay,
problem
well, I'll
with
come
you.
back to that and you guys can have that conversation then. I'll get through.
It's not you.
But you have an issue with the show, so I'll address that one. You said that, let's see here. You wrote, well, I'll come through a couple things. You said that that we bring on young women with no education to debate on
Yeah.
things they know nothing about.
Yeah, like OnlyFans girls and stuff.
Yeah, well, so let me...
Very small percentage.
So let me...
OnlyFans girls?
Hold on. So, like to address the multiple false claims here. When you say young woman, give me an age.
Like early 20s.
That's a... Okay.
I'm 37, so I would call that like young.
So what do you think is like the appropriate age where you're allowed to have like a conversation with
Oh,
somebody?
you can have a conversation any age. I'm just saying if you mostly get people who are not educated and like get their views off of TikTok, then you're not going to get a realistic.
Hang on. I just want to point something out.
Yeah.
How old are you?
23.
And what's your education level?
Bachelor's.
Anything else?
No, I'm talking about social media influence.
I don't know. I don't get it. No, wait. I really don't get it.
Blake.
23
Social
years
media.
old.
You're
Bachelor's
41.
degree. I have no
Okay.
bachelor's degree.
I mean,
hang on.
education
I
in
have
real
I don't
world.
have any bachelor's degree.
I'm not talking about like going to college. I'm talking about just real world experience.
Yeah. So
That's what
these
I'm
people
talking
can
about.
vote.
Yeah, maybe I
They
don't
can
agree at all.
vote.
I think we should raise that. I think we should raise the age of
what?
alcohol.
Okay.
25.
So look, I'll just address the multiple false claims.
Yeah.
You
It's
said
not-
that we bring
they're
on
not false,
young...
Their opinions.
Okay. You said that we bring on young women with no education. I'll just explore the young woman part. So we keep statistics on our guests. The average age of the guests on our show are 26.
Cool. That's good. I just mean
Okay,
education
but
on.
We're not just bringing in
What's
like...
the oldest? guest
older
you've
than
had?
me. We've had on women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Are you talking
was
about
just
mean or like
Consistently.
or
How
many-
average?
Usually there's panels with, most panels are pretty
Medium?
mixed, where you have an older and younger demographic. So
was just curious
even
about
right now,
I
we do.
just-
So
I
I'm
just
closer in
mean-
age to
I
you
don't
two
want y'all to
than I am
take
to
what I
them,
say
right?
and use it like I mean. What I do mean is that people in the younger generation are influenced by social media and they don't really have that much real life experience, and that makes it an issue that with fake media it goes on both sides. I mean fake news, it goes on both sides and people don't really know what's actually going on in
So
the
wait,
world.
what you're saying is that young people
I'm not yeah.
tie in to social media in order to inform their worldview, and we're on social media assisting and informing their worldview. Why would this be a problem?
I mean, all of it's delusional. Like I said, both sides Democrat and Republican. It's become a huge issue. But young people are more susceptible
Democrats
to
are not delusional. And Republicans are not delusional.
There are delusion in a lot
it's
of
true
it
that
because
there's
of
people
fake
who hold
news
delusions,
and all of that.
and there's creators who hold delusions and things like this, right? You have opposition ideologies, which people do come to through reasoned discourse in their own in-group, and they're not always unreasonable ideologies.
I'm not saying that.
It is true that
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
hang on,
people are
hang on,
heavily
hang on.
influenced.
They do need to be combated, from my view, right? And from her view. Like, let's take Kinsey, for instance. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to combat ideologies which she considers to be counterproductive to the society she wants to see. Same thing with
Yes.
me. Trying to combat ideologies which are counterproductive to the society that I want to see. If the venue that we do this in is social media, you're saying that that's where young people go, right?
Yeah.
Why in the world is that not exactly where we would be in order to produce the ideology we want to see for the world?
Because it's always left or right. When you view one side, you only view that side and you don't view the other side. And then,
If only there was a show that had conservative Christians and Marxist feminists debating.
Listen, I'm not.
Where could we find a show like that?
I'm not finished.
All right, go ahead,
I'm
go
not
ahead.
finished.
All
See,
right.
like I completely lost what I was saying because you interrupted me. So what was the last thing that we said?
You were saying that essentially you don't present the other side, and so I was just saying.
I don't think there should be two sides.
Okay.
Okay, there shouldn't be two sides. First of all, I don't believe in a two-party system, and that's where my opinion comes from. Is I don't think there should be
Well, okay, but-
one's right, one's wrong.
So I'd like to bring it back to the actual criticism,
Yeah.
which is that you bring on young women with no education. So I've already provided statistics that we keep pretty thoroughly.
Yeah.
The average age of our guests
I
is
would say
26.
only
Wait,
fan
hold on.
girls
You
aren't
just
really
criticized him for
educated.
interrupting you.
Oh, I'm
I've
sorry.
asked you to let me finish. It's okay. Just
I'm
let me
sorry.
finish.
Yeah.
All right. I tend to be fairly quick. So
I'm sorry.
You said that we bring on young women with no education, whether they're older or young. We do bring in women on with education. There are women here who are educated. We've had on PhDs. We have on a PhD, or I guess doctorate. I don't know if it's still called a PhD in nursing, or is it just, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
In any case, we've brought on women who have bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, PhDs.
I
We've
agree.
also bring on women who've dropped out of college. Here's the thing, though, just like me, because I don't have some advanced degree in sociology or politics or philosophy or any of this stuff. I'm a college dropout.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would actually, can you actually state
No.
what would be wrong with me as a college dropout talking to somebody else who's a college dropout? What would actually be wrong with that?
Oh, I'm not talking about that. When I say uneducated, I mean people with no life experience.
Everybody has life experience.
If you're talking to only fangirls who show their boobs online, have never
What
had a
percent?
job, and don't know anything about politics, then
Yeah.
I would call them uneducated.
Your assumption
Are
is that OnlyFans girls are 21?
18 to 50. I'm not saying it's just an age thing.
Our
Listen,
oldest guest was
the majority
Our
of
oldest guest ever was a
the
sex
girls
worker, but,
on here that are on this side of the table are not
no
the
girl here does
conservative
OnlyFans.
side of the table.
Not a single girl.
Wait, does anybody? No girl here does
No girl
OnlyFans.
here
Yeah, that's
Even
great. That's great.
that girl
No, that's great.
doesn't
No.
have OnlyFans.
I just mean the majority. When you have these,
It's not the majority. It's 15%.
Here, tell me. Oh, I was
50%
gonna say,
of what?
guess how
15%
many of
total
my
guess.
guests do OnlyFans?
well, you said 15%. That's
Yep,
good.
it's
Now,
50%.
That's
let's-
more than the average population
Well, hang on.
of OnlyFans
We're
people.
looking at the potential that in the next 10 years, if 1 in 10 Zoomer
Yeah.
women do
That
OnlyFans,
sucks. It shouldn't be like that.
15% in that demographic. It is a slight over-representation, but not much.
What's the
It's
current?
still, I mean, it
know
still
what the current
applies
is.
to what I'm
For
saying,
Zoomers,
does it not?
is it 1 in 10 now? I
I
don't think
don't
it
know
is.
this. I
No,
don't
there's
know the
not.
statistics.
It's not 1 in 10
1 in
now.
10. I don't know
But it's slated
anyone
to
who
be.
does OnlyFans. So.
Hang on,
Sorry.
it's slated to be. But the point is that even if it's a slight overrepresentation, one, it's not Zoomers. It's across the board. I'm just pointing out in Zoomers, there's a potential. Well, no, it's not 1 in 10. I'm sorry. Maybe it's 1
Yeah,
in 30.
I mean,
don't remember
yeah,
what it
that's
was.
a
But the
big
point is
number.
it's very, very high. Okay, whatever the percentile will be for Zoomers with OnlyFans. But the percentage of OnlyFans models is increasing. The OnlyFans girls are increasing. Prostitution's increasing. Sex work is increasing. It's a very easy way for a lot of women to try to make a buck.
I disagree with that.
Well, okay,
So,
great.
I mean-
That's great you disagree with it. But that means it's a representation of people who have an ideology which needs to be combated if you disagree with it.
Okay, I agree with that, but when you're bringing on more OnlyFans people and the normal population, I don't know any people who do OnlyFans. The normal world, most of us don't really come.
I don't think that Brian
across.
brings on the representation population of doctors, of nurses, of if you take the show stats, you
'Cause
probably
they're too busy to do
Well,
it.
no,
They got
no,
real
no.
shit
What
to
I'm saying
do.
is that regardless of the population at large versus the percentage that comes on the podcast itself, I don't think he probably has a representation population for any of them. Why would he? That makes no sense.
Because they have real issues to deal with. I mean,
we have a woman who has a doctorate in nursing here, but in any
that's
case,
cool. That's awesome. Yeah.
but I guess
When I told you my view on education, I'm not saying literally doctorates. I say people that came from they came from bad childhoods. They went into bad situations, and you bring them on to generalize women or generalize men in situations.
so let me just address something you said
Well,
previously.
it's actually specific, right?
No, you generalize all the time. Like you said, this whole table didn't respond to. It's a
Yeah,
generalization.
I actually think that's totally fair to
of
say that women
saying we're a
tend to,
majority
You
when
can
it's not.
make generalized statements, right? But when we're talking to each individual here, we're honing down on specifics that you gave us.
No, yeah, that's fine. I mean, my issue is generalizing that people who go on here with, I guess, more slutty jobs and stuff versus the general population. And if you see the comments and
You think
stuff,
the general population is prevented from being a slut because they don't have a slutty job?
Wait. Really quick.
Listen.
Hold on. 1 sec. Hold on. Did you see this funny meme on Twitter the other day? It was like what people think sluts dress like and what they actually dress like. And it's like some streetwalkers on the left. And what they actually dress like is they're wearing scrubs. We
That
have a
is
nurse
true.
here. Our
That is
nurse,
true.
I mean, I don't know if you want to throw your
Nurses
fellow
are-
nurses. I don't know
nurses
if you want to
are-
throw your fellow nurses under the bus. But isn't it the case that a lot of the nurses, not you, but the other nurses, they get down, right?
Okay, so
That's a yes. But okay, go ahead.
okay. I personally don't know any, but I will say that
You don't know any?
I don't.
The reputation? Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say that there is a certain reputation that people who work in a hospital have. I mean, Grey's Anatomy is probably not a good example, but you see little hookups and things like that, and there have been. I mean, I have seen things, but these are not my immediate circle.
Well, and it makes sense, right? So you have a demographic of people who are mostly female working that job, and you have tons and tons of males who come through for a variety of reasons. It makes total sense that there would be a lot of promiscuity in that industry. Same thing with flight attendants. It's the same type of thing, right? Very few male flight attendants, mostly female. They go all over the place. They interact with a lot of males. It makes sense.
Travel nurses is the intersection of, that's a rough one. Okay.
I was a travel nurse.
But so.
Oh no!
but I'm not. No, I
Yeah,
don't know.
so-
what-
but
We need
so-
to get a giant red flag and drape it on people.
Something like that. Yeah. So I guess going back to it though, if you have such an objection to the pool of guests that I bring on the show,
thank you for having me. I just say it's,
I didn't finish my sentence.
I'm
but
sorry.
okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm buzzed. I got buzzed really early due to the 3 champagne.
It wasn't that much champagne, but okay.
I don't drink a
I'm a
lot.
lightweight too.
You see what JJ Matt just said?
I did not
Dude,
see
you got to pull that up, dude.
I
It's so
don't
funny.
drink.
It's so funny. It's coming. I see it.
I'll find it. Hold on.
It's YouTube
Yeah, I
side.
got it.
Well, these women are really attractive after a couple of beers
Okay.
and a little pump.
Oh my God.
All right. So,
All right, sorry.
sorry, I got. Okay, so you have an objection to the guests that I bring on. You don't like the composition of the guests, whatever. How about this? If it's such an issue to you, and I'll pay you a referral fee for each person you send me.
Cool.
Send me women who don't do sex work, don't do OnlyFans, that you think are appropriate to come on the show, and I'll happily book them.
Will you pay for their travel expenses? Because my expenses are pretty expensive. So
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
Well,
I
they
know a
get
lot of
paid
broke
exposure.
people.
sure.
No one cares about exposure in my friend group. That's the normal population. Like in my group, aren't taking selfies and putting it on Instagram.
So how else can we roll out the red carpet for people that
We
you
don't
would
need a
prefer
red
to see on the
carpet.
show on our dime?
No one, because they don't care. They have real lives. Like, I mean, they don't want to pay
So then
to
how do
come
I
here.
get them on the show if they don't care?
Pay for their flight.
So again, so here was your brilliant plan.
They
But
don't-
hang
they
on.
watch
Just
stuff
want to make
like
sure I get
this.
this right. Brilliant plan.
Yeah.
I would like to get all of my friends on your show on your dime that you pay for all of them,
No,
and then
that
you
was
go
his
ahead.
suggestion.
Then you go ahead and host them. No, he said he'd give you a referral fee.
I don't
That's
want
different.
your money. I don't care about your
Yeah,
money.
I get it, but do you realize how absurd it is to say, well, the problem is that you don't have the
I'll
correct.
give them my fee.
Just stop.
Yeah, you
Stop.
don't
Let them finish.
Yeah, you don't have the correct representation of people that I feel like should be on your show, and all you would really have to do to get them is pay them a bunch of money.
Not money.
It's like, what?
No, not money where they make profit. But I live in Texas. It's not cheap to like. Just my motel was like
We can
$350.
source people from California.
I don't have friends in California. I'm from Texas.
Right. So be a talent recruiter. I'll pay you a referral fee. Try to recruit women from Los Angeles or the surrounding area.
Who represent the worldview you want to see on the show?
I know. Why would I do that?
Look, I'm
I'll do
literally
that.
extending an offer.
Let them do that. I don't live in California. I have no friends here.
Okay, so I've extended an offer to you. There's an open invitation. Girls can DM the show. Stop.
Sorry.
Girls can DM the show if they want to be on the show. If they meet your criteria, we can have them on the show. We're super open-minded. People can disagree. That's kind of the show. It's good if they disagree. We like to have them on. Anyways, I'm going to move on to your other criticisms.
Yeah, okay.
So you said that you're a disabled woman,
Yeah.
yet you do construction and woodworking and grow your own food.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because the government is so effed that you're preparing to homestead and check out of capitalism.
Yeah.
I'm not really going to bite on that, but you said...
You're a libertarian. You're a laissez-faire capitalist, right?
That's really confusing.
I mean...
It's okay. I'm not going to bite on it.
I'm
not going to bite on that.
I'm a range of things, but I'm scared for just us in general.
Libertarians are laissez-faire capitalists.
I am a very introverted person. I don't like many people. I would rather have a community.
The fuck does that have to do
Listen,
with
I'm gonna
libertarians
tell,
being
I'm
laissez-faire
going to tell you my
capitalists?
plan with Homestead if you would listen.
I don't really want to know the plan.
I'm
about
having,
homesteading.
it's expensive. No, it's expensive. So I'm
Wait,
going to
can you
have a
scoot-
community of people.
Can you just scoot your
Yeah,
mic?
move-
to the-
scoot your mic towards you.
No, scoot it
Yeah,
towards
there you
you
go.
because you scoot it to the edge of the table.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
My worldview is I want to check out of normal society in general, and buy a bunch of land, bring people I agree with, my friends, and we are going to, not check out of capitalism completely. That would, not.
That sounds like another type of ism.
What is that, though?
Well, that would be like, let's pretend.
Commune?
Hang on, let's
What is
pretend that I had a
We have
bunch.
jobs. We just
Let's
share
pretend I had a bunch of
resources.
friends.
Yeah.
And we went out to the middle of nowhere and we all shared resources.
Yeah.
And there was no capitalism.
It's not no.
And we were just like anybody who had a need of something, the other people would provide for the need. What type
Not
of ism would we
completely.
be thinking about?
We still
there?
have jobs, just not all of us have jobs, and
Yeah,
we just
right.
share.
Yeah,
It's
you just share.
with-
According to their
listen,
need, right?
With y'all's
guys are
view.
gonna get along.
Okay, no, I don't agree with any of that.
This is the opposite of libertarianism.
Really is.
I don't. Libertarianism, I don't care about social stuff. I care about a small government.
The communists don't care about social shit either.
I care about a small government. But
What?
maybe it's the wrong view. What is my view if I care about a small government?
Well, it's not. Listen.
But I don't care about stupid crap that
going out
Republicans
and
care
having.
about.
So here's the thing.
What is my view?
I'm
not,
going to
I'm not-
explain it. I'm
okay,
going to explain
yeah.
it. Communism and libertarianism are opposite sides of the same coin. The
Yeah.
tail's end of the head's end. Here's how it works. Communists affirm a stateless society through the fact that there needs to be no communal property whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't want to do
None.
that.
No communal property. Libertarians affirm that they want a stateless society where the only affirmation is property. So,
Yeah, we have
So
property.
libertarians, they affirm their view in property, and that's how they want their stateless society, right? The only rights you have is property rights. And the communist is the opposite end of that. They're saying we want a stateless society where there are no nobody has property. It's classless, completely classless, this and that. So it's a tail's end, heads coin. This is what Ayn Rand proposes as well. If you read Atlas Shrugged, or if you read the Fountainhead, if you read any of these, this is what you'll find with libertarian thought leaders. Even if you go to, what's that guy's name?
I can't linger too long.
Yeah. Just real quick. I can't think of his name for the life of me, even though I've cited him multiple times. But he talks a lot about monarchies. You probably know who he is. He's a libertarian thought leader. But anyway, the point is like, you're not talking about libertarianism here.
I'm not. I don't know the right. What's the correct term for that? I don't know. All I know is that
I got to move it on. Sure, you can respond. You can respond, but I'm moving it on.
What I'm saying is that there's a lot of stress in relationships due to where our economy is and power factors. If we all
Wait, did you just scoot your mic? Please
No, I didn't. I didn't move
No,
it.
she didn't move it really.
I didn't move it.
No,
I didn't.
I moved to the edge of the table, and then you pushed it back.
No, I didn't move it since you said not to move it.
Well, pull it back towards you.
Rewind.
Oh,
There
did
you
I?
go.
Okay,
There you go.
sorry. So my view on this is because you didn't let me finish.
I do want to have the back and forth.
I'm just gonna.
No, just let me say my whole view because I have a reason to be here.
Okay,
Let me finish.
go ahead.
There's power dynamics that don't work right. So my plan is because our economy where it is now is we need both people working to sustain a household for most people. So if we work together and buy acres of land, we don't need to do that.
It sounds like.
We still have jobs. What does that mean? Like, tell me why you're laughing.
Well, I mean, you want to buy these acres of land so that people have like housing and
Like
stuff,
my close
right?
friends, like 3 people,
Yeah.
like 3 families together.
Do you want to tell her?
What does that mean? Can you tell me what that means? No, like I don't know. Like he's going away to smoke. I don't know what that means. So
You're a commie, not libertarian.
how am I a commune? We have jobs still. We just share money as family.
Yeah, I don't think you're communist.
there,
but
like-
I don't think what you're describing is the political
How is
ideology.
it? No, it's not a political ideology. Because we're in such a weird state in society and the economy that we share resources of people that we love and care about, like our family and brothers and sisters. Like, how is that communism? We still have jobs and
Well, you still have jobs in communism.
we just share our assets with our family. Is that communism?
I know he wants to move on, so.
Okay, let's move on.
All right, you said basically you don't want to be anywhere near people who are willing to keep doing things that divide us as a nation instead of solving the real issues, kind of like feminism.
It's not. It's just in general.
Can you just tilt your mic down a little bit? Perfect. Okay. You said that you wanted some time to think about coming on the show. You have bigger things going on in your life than this stupid podcast. You don't know if it's worth it for you to go out of your way and spend your money to come be on the show and tell your views to brainwashed people. So is it who's brainwashed? Like the other girls, me, Andrew, who's the viewers, who's brainwashed?
I just think the debate style can be kind of brainwashing sometimes. And I just think if 70% of women are divorcing men, why is the whole show based on...
Hold on. That's a different thing. Stick to the brainwashing.
No, that is brainwashing.
What's brainwashing?
You're getting women who are prone to... with no education in the real world, prone...
Wait, what do you mean by no education in the real world? What does that mean?
People who are damaged mentally and emotionally coming on the show, who are strippers and stuff, and men who are also mentally, emotionally.
Okay, so we can just talk about like if you want to do like an appeal to this exception.
What exception?
Okay, so we already established that 85% of our guests are not involved in sex work.
It's not just the guests; it's the viewers.
They're not involved in sex work either.
No, they're prone if they have.
Hold on, one thing at a time.
If they
you
have
said
mental
that I'm
issues.
bringing people on the show who have no education and they're being brainwashed, and who they have like trauma in their past. First off, I don't know a lot of people who haven't gone through some degree of like a traumatic experience in their past, but like What evidence do you actually have that it's the case that the majority of our guests have like severe trauma?
I didn't say that.
So am I not allowed to speak to people who have gone through difficult things in their past?
That's great that you do.
But what evidence do you have the people
are.
Hold on. What evidence do you have? Because I'm going to just reject your assertion immediately that the people who come on are disproportionately have a ton of trauma.
Daddy issues. And y'all yourself in the show. Listen, you and yourself, and not you, every time there's a woman that is in sex work or strippers, they're like, yeah, there was no dad. Like, you can, y'all are the ones that make that assumptions yourselves. They didn't come in normal households.
So cool. Let's go ahead. I'm going to just grant that yes, sex workers do come on the show.
Yeah.
Why don't we put that aside? Because I've already established that it's 15% of the guests that we've ever had on are involved in sex work. There's no sex workers on this panel.
Yeah.
Explain to me the component of brainwashing.
Okay. I'm saying that the more you view a video, the more you're going to get that type of content, right? So if someone's damaged and they just got let's just say a guy got cheated on and got someone stole from them, they're going to view more of those videos. And if you have women that are...
No. Hey, those aren't for you guys, okay? Can you just get normal water?
The alkaline water is too expensive.
Can we just there's bottled waters, there's the water over there, okay?
Yeah, I thought that was the bottle water.
There's the Kirklands. All right. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, I have ADHD.
Can you speak into the mic, please?
I have ADHD. I don't remember what we were talking about.
We're talking about you're alleging that I am talking to people who are brainwashed.
Oh, I'm not saying just you. I think you're contributing to a large factor of social media brainwashing. It's not just your show in general. I think
Okay, what am I doing that's brainwashing?
Generalizing women.
What have I done that's generalizing women?
You say women all the time. Women do this, women do that.
Maybe it's true. What have I
But there's
generalized?
no statistics on that.
Maybe it's true. What have I generalized? Hold on.
Oh, let her speak. Let me think while she speaks.
No, it's your position. Justify your position.
What are you generalizing? Just that women care about money or status and stuff, and not about...
What specifically have I said pertaining to that?
Oh,
the
majority
I've
protection.
Never called a woman a gold digger on the show.
No, I didn't say gold digger. Did I ever? I didn't say that.
So what did I say?
You're
then?
saying that men are protectors and providers. No, you don't say anything about connection and qualities that we want. I don't care about a man's money. And if you look at the comments, you're totally
strawmanning my position. What's my position?
I don't know what strawmanning is.
You're okay, how about this? You're misrepresenting my position.
I didn't say your position. I just mean the show.
You said I generalize about women and that all they care about is money. Never have said that.
Women do this, women do that, women like this, but it's really not true.
This? Women generally like tall men. Is that misogynistic?
That's true. No, that's true.
Oh, that's true?
Yeah.
But it's a generalization, so is it wrong?
No, that one's not wrong.
Okay, so
there's a lot of things you do wrong.
What do I have wrong?
You make things very transactional that we expect for you to pay for everything. You bring on girls that do expect that because they're very transactional people. The majority of women don't feel that way.
Is that your position?
No, we understand. As a normal person in society, I understand that.
So normal women, if they want a guy to pay for a first date, that's not normal behavior for
not
women?
in today's society.
Wow, you're completely wrong. Completely wrong.
I don't think it's okay.
A lot of, it's the majority of conservative women's position that they want men.
Conservative is 1/3 of the population in relationships.
Hold on. It's the majority of conservative women's positions that they want men to pay for first dates. This is just indisputable. And then even liberal women who have perhaps a greater tendency towards being okay with a 50-50 relationship, even liberal progressive women want men, they want chivalry, they want tradition on the men's part, and they want men to pay for first dates. I don't think it's as much as conservative women, but to just say all liberal women or all progressive women don't want to go 50-50 is just completely dubious.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying all of anything. anything. I'm saying you generalize people like it's a majority.
I think I don't know if it's a majority, but like
it's not majority.
I think I don't know if there's
say-
polls on this, but I would.
We
I think it's,
should, because
hold
okay.
on. I do think it's fair to say that. Look, I'd have to see the poll, but I think it's a fair idea going into a date. Like a lot of women do have an expectation that men.
Yeah,
pay for
that's the
first
majority
dates.
for sure.
Like, I haven't seen
Yeah,
the
I get that.
peer-reviewed study that, like, oh, do women want men to pay for first dates?
Okay.
I look at the sky; it's blue.
There are.
Well,
Like there are, they do
Where are there?
definitely.
Let's bring those up.
They definitely.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
it's just don't generalize all the population if it's
I
not.
never say all
it's not
women.
80%. It's not.
I've
it's not
never
that high
said
up
all.
there.
I've never made.
You
this
say
statement.
the
Hold
word
on.
women so many times on the show. Like,
Let me. How about this? How about this?
you said women do this, women do that.
Hold on.
That's what I have a problem with.
Hold on. Well, hold on. I typically don't actually make that claim.
do.
But hold on.
Do you ever say the word they?
Wait. Hold on. So,
Like they did X.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. So then all you're doing is you're making a reference to a specific group in the context you're talking about.
What do you
so,
mean?
I'll
Sorry.
explain. So if you bring up women, right? If you say, well, what I've noticed is that, and so let's say Brian qualifies. What most women will do is they want X. Let's just say they want X. For the rest of the conversation, he can say the word women because we now have the referent to what he's talking about.
Yeah, I mean that's still the same thing if you put they than if you say women want.
can I ask you
I
a
think
question?
it's the same thing.
Can I ask-
Yeah, but if you qualify it first, so we could do this with anything.
Okay.
Let's say if I say firefighters.
Cool.
Firefighters put out fires. For the rest of this entire conversation, if I say they, I'm referencing what?
Firefighters.
Right.
But
So if he qualifies the
understand how
I'll
that-
explain. So if he qualifies the conversation at first and says, well, most women will do X, the whole rest of the time he's referencing women in the source of that conversation, he's referencing that most women X.
Yeah, but what I disagree is when you say most women, I don't agree with that. Like that, it's most women. In my world, the things that you
I don't
say.
think I've said most women want men to pay for first dates in a previous podcast.
I'm not saying that
But I'll
in
just-
general.
sure, I
no,
said-
I
sure,
never
I'll just
said that.
grant that I said it,
I never
sure. I
said
just
no.
said
I
it.
never said
Cool.
that you said that. Did I?
Isn't that what we're arguing
I'm
about?
saying no. I'm saying in general, you say women do this, women want this. When I don't believe that's the case.
What's not the case?
I don't remember the exact. Like I have ADHD.
Okay, how about- let's stick
If you
to-
bring up the
how about
topics,
this?
I can tell you.
Women wanting men to pay for first dates.
Yeah, I agree that a lot of them do. I would say it's 50-50
I don't know what we're arguing
maybe.
about then, but
If I say like women,
I don't know what we're arguing about
if I say
either.
women like men who are taller than them.
No,
do you-
that's true.
Do you think I'm referencing every woman on planet
No,
Earth?
I agree the
Well,
majority.
then what- then what
No,
is
I'm
this
saying-
critique?
I think
What is
no,
this critique?
Listen, I think in a lot of the times when you say you're generalizing things that aren't true, I'd say that that generalization about women liking tall men, that's true. But a lot of
so
times
which
it's
generalization
not
do
true.
you take issue with?
I don't remember. If you bring it up, I will. But
okay. Here, so
I have ADHD. And,
well, I was asking you. You were alleging that I brainwash people. I think.
I didn't say you in general are
Can you tilt
brainwashing
your
people.
mic down, please. Let's just try to leave it where it is.
I didn't
I do.
move it.
Um,
Yeah.
Most of my issues on the show is you.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
you
my
can get-
entire job is to convince people of my
I know.
worldview.
Yeah, and it's
And I
not
really want to
good
do
for
that.
the world.
No, I think it is good for the world.
In your point of view, women shouldn't have rights, but in my point of view, yeah.
Okay.
Well, my point of view is that women shouldn't have rights, or that most people shouldn't have the right to vote.
I think, first of all,
No, I want you to tell me
I think
what
that
my
women
actual
should be,
view is.
I think your view is because men are drafted, that women shouldn't have the right to vote. I think women
But why?
should be drafted.
What's the justification
Of what?
of why it is that if men are drafted, women shouldn't be able to vote? What's the justification?
Because to vote, they have to sign off to be in the
No.
draft, right?
That's not the justification. You're incorrect about my position.
Okay,
My position is that people shouldn't be able to vote. To send people off to wars they themselves will never be qualified to fight.
You say qualified. Can I bring up something?
Like, if you can't be drafted,
I think you
but
should
you
be
can
drafted.
vote to send people off to war, then you are participating in being able to send people off to war to fight a war that you yourself could never be eligible to fight.
Let me say,
is that true or false?
That's true, but let me.
Okay,
no,
so
no,
then
no,
that-
no,
so
no,
then it
no.
totally follows.
I'm not saying true on everything you're saying. I'm saying, first of all, combat has changed so much.
Oh.
There's technology. There's drones. There's not one-on-one combat like it used to be.
Yes, there is.
Not as much.
Yeah, all you got to do is look at Ukraine and Russia. Yes, there is.
Like,
You're wrong.
You got to be switching. You gotta be
And
switching.
yeah, that's a U.S. has higher technology than that. First of all, we gave them our bad technology, but
No, we
our
gave them
old
good
stuff-
technology.
Okay.
Yeah, we gave them drone technology. Both sides have drone technology. Do you know how the Russians defeated Ukrainian
who
drone
is-
technology?
okay.
They brought back the Dragoon. What they did is they got on a motorcycle that goes really, really fast with shotguns and take down drones that way. Frontline
But-
combat is still men with
But-
guns killing each other. It hasn't changed since World War II.
Yeah, but when you say front lines, women who are controlling all other aspects, there's not like a back in the day where someone starts here and someone starts there, and then we charge.
It's just like that.
It's like a big giant. The map is huge.
It's always
and
been that
women
way.
are getting.
It's always been that way.
And I think Afghanistan.
The army's this big, giant,
like
slow-moving
600 like women died. It was like 1/3. Listen, out of
600?
listen, it was 1/3 people were women.
Where?
I don't remember. I looked at
Nowhere.
Statistics.
Nowhere. There's nowhere ever
It was like
that
600
1/3 of the
and it was
combat
like
troops were
1,200.
women who died. That's insane.
It
It's
was like
never
600
happened.
and 1,200 were men.
Where?
I don't remember.
Are you talking about a battle or are you talking about the actual casualties? You okay?
Casualties in an entire war. I think it was Afghanistan. Like 600 women died.
In what war are you talking
I
about?
think it was, Afghanistan, Iraq.
Afghanistan, Iraq, what?
The whole oil and bin Laden.
Do you think that we had 600 women who were
look
frontline
it
troops
up.
who died?
Not
Look it
front
up.
line. No, I'm not saying front line. I mean, they were in the map of the front line.
I don't know where we're even arguing this. It's like these are volunteer female soldiers.
Yeah,
Females can't be
they
drafted.
are. No,
So it
I
doesn't
know.
Okay, so
Listen,
what? They're
I think that they
volunteers. Men
should
can
be
drafted.
drafted.
That's his position.
They should be drafted. Women should be drafted. They can control the drones and everything else. That doesn't mean we
Yeah,
shouldn't
but
have
they're not.
rights.
But they're not currently.
Well, we should change that. That's what I'm here for, is to change for the better, not to just make everyone
Okay, hang
polarized.
on. You're right. Hang on.
I was right.
Hang on. Yeah. During the Afghanistan war, 13 U.S. service members died were females.
No, I'm not the right on the war. Whatever I looked up was 600. I'm not a history buff.
13.
No,
Ooh.
I'm not a history buff. That's probably the wrong
Is
war.
13 different than...
It's the wrong war, dude. I'm not a history buff. Like you, I don't. All I know is
Well,
I
I'm
looked
just-
up
I'm just
something where
checking it.
600 women out of 12. Yeah, it was. It's the wrong. I have to look it up.
Yeah, but I mean, so think of it from my
women
perspective.
are dying.
Think about it from
how
my
many
perspective.
men died compared to women in that? Look up that.
I don't think that's
That
gonna
would
help
be
your
all.
case,
That would
but-
be all other deaths
How many deaths though?
total. Thousands.
Of
and
men,
then you want to get into
U.S. men.
when you got to get
US
into
men.
casualties. I think it's over 100,000 casualties. Meaning, I got a leg blown off, got an arm blown off. So what happens in
From
war is
US
this?
casualties?
Yes. What happens in war is this. So if you go from World War I to World War II and you're taking a look at deaths versus casualties, there was a lot of deaths to casualty ratio. You go to World War II, medical technology advanced. There's still tons of casualties, but not quite as many deaths to casualty ratio. You go forward to Vietnam, same thing. Go forward to Iraq, Afghanistan. You still have tens of thousands of casualties,
Yeah.
right? I think there's over 100,000 casualties. I can look it up. But the thing is ultimately, medical technology has come so far that if you get your arm and leg blown off and shrapnel all over you
live.
and you get burned, you still live, but you're still a casualty of war.